Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Star Wars The Black Series Gaming Greats RC1138 Boss from the Republic Commando video game. And I'm sure we all know what the 1138 is for. Let's get into it! Let's begin at the Battle of Geonosis, where the game begins, with a look at the packaging. Excuse me. On the top, we have a hook, some tape, little window to let some light in from the top. On the front, Star Wars The Black Series. Nice big window showcasing the figure and accessories. Gaming Greats, Star Wars Republic Commando, RC1138 Boss, and of course 1138 is a throwback to George Lucas's first film, THX 1138, if you didn't know that. And if you've never given it a watch, it's kind of interesting. It's worth one watch at least. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. 4 and up, Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, main China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. And on the side here, we have Gaming Greats up at the top, which is printed. Then down here, we have a stripe, continues around from the front upwards at an angle around to the back. And Star Wars The Black Series on this side. Nice artwork of Boss. And then on the back, larger, nice artwork of Boss. Star Wars Republic Commando. Star Wars The Black Series RC1138 Boss. Republic Commando introduced the Elite Delta Squad, a team of clone commandos dispatched to handle the most dangerous missions for the Republic. Nothing really about Boss in there, though, is it? Here it is in some other languages. 07 in the Gaming Greats line, Star Wars Republic Commando. Attention! Don't stick things in your French pie hole that don't belong there. Includes figure and 2 accessories. Warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Also, don't give it to the babies. Small fine legalese print, main China print, Disney print, and Hasbro print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers. Here's a look at his rifle, or blaster. Nice molded details, all molded in black plastic. Hold it up closer. And his other accessory is his backpack. Nice paint apps here and here. Oops. And then here and here. Because I'm pretty sure it's molded all in white. Even across the back it's got some. And you can see it's got that T-shaped post in it. Let's take a look at the figure himself. It's got some nice paint apps all around the head, the nice T-visor, paint across the body, his rank insignia, and I'm pretty sure he's all molded in white, and then everything else his paint apps. He's got a little bit of weathering on him. And I say he looks very nice. I know there's a lot of complaints about how this body is a little bit small for these characters, and that's true. It is compared to the figures in the game, and so it is a little smallish compared to, again, like the figures or the models used in the game. But I think this is maybe a more realistic take on that. One issue I do have with this figure is it is off of the Hunter Bad Batch body, and they didn't bother to put anything in this port where Hunter's knife sheath plugs into, his vibro knife sheath plugs into, and they just left the port open. And then of course here's the T-shaped port in his back. Well, let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high. He can look down that far. He's got a little bit of chicken neck in there. He's got some waggle. He can do the full exorcist. And the neck, it looks like is on a dumbbell. At the shoulder, can come out, or it can come up this high, past 90 degrees, so that's pretty good. The shoulder pad is how they're doing all the shoulder pads now, with a strap, and then the arm plugs through it. Can get a full 360 degree rotation. You do have to watch out for these shoulder pads, because they will try to get out of place. At the elbow, hinge and swivel. Swivels around 360 degrees and gives you more than 90 degrees bend. 360 degree rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and the other side is an up and down hinge. Cut where the chest and torso meet. Gives him hula. Lets him bend back that far, crunch forward that far, and of course he can lean left and right. Pretty good range on that. Also, spins 360 degrees there, of course, because there's no waist. At the hips, can give you that much of the splits. He can kick forward that far with a little bit of outswing, just because of the way the crotch piece for the armor is shaped, and then kick back maybe about a step. Hinge and swivel at the knee, 360 degrees for the swivel, and slightly past 90 for the bend. This knee pad is not movable. It stays in place right there. It is glued to the upper portion of the leg. Also, there's a cut right here under the armor that I forget about sometimes because it's hidden so well. But you can't get a 360 degree rotation out of it just because of the way that it's built. At the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. As far as his accessories go, just line the T's up for the backpack, plug it right in. There is no storage for the weapon on the backpack, so he just has to hold it in his hand. And there we go, my friends. A look at Boss and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have all of Delta Squad together. Boss in the front, and he's next to one of their mortal enemies, the BD-1 battle droid from Republic Commando. On the back row is Fixer, Sev, and Scorch. Here we have, from Delta Squad, the Star Wars The Black Series Gaming Greats Republic Commando Boss, with the Season 1 Bad Batch in the front, Hunter. In the second row, Tech, Echo, and Imperial Armor Crosshair. Bringing up the rear, we have Wrecker. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Gaming Greats Delta Squad Republic Commando Boss, with our final Black Series comparison, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and let's see how he compares with other lines. First up, we have making his cameo appearance from the Marvel Legends series, Stan the Man Lee. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on Star Wars The Black Series Gaming Greats Republic Commando Delta Squad Boss, I have to say, I like this figure pretty well. I have one issue with it, and that is the fact that they did not plug the port where Hunter's sheath for his vibroblade goes on his left forearm, on the underside of the left forearm. And, you know, that would have been a super simple fix. They just had to put something in there, and they opted not to. So that's the one thing about this guy I'm not real pleased about. Now, a lot of people have issue with the size of this figure. And my thoughts on that are, yes, this version of the character is less bulky than the digital models used in the game. And that may just be that they are a product of the technology or of the time. And for those of you that prefer the bulkier look, you know, just wait. I'm sure eventually they will get around to doing a bulkier version of it. But for me, this is fine. It matches up with my Bad Batch. It's going to match up with the standard Commando that's coming out soonish, probably next year, as part of the Season 2 Bad Batch release. And, you know, I like the paint on this guy. I like the way he looks. I like the paint that they used on the visor. It doesn't quite give it that glow that it's supposed to have, but it does look pretty good. So again, overall, I'd have to say this is a good figure. If you just think he's too skinny, he's not bulky enough for you, then this guy is a pass for you. And that's basically what the Gaming Greats line is anyway. Is, you know, it might be something you want for your collection, but Gaming Greats stuff isn't necessarily things that you need, especially if you're only interested in the main part of the media, the movies, and the TV show. That does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further. Or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.